Welcome back to the Torres Tales. This is day 3. So, my human moment. I realized today that I am running low on my hair product. And I realize this may seem shallow, but for those of you with curly hair, the hair product kind of becomes important. Amazon has suspended a delivery on non-essential items, which I would imagine my Moroccan hair oil constitutes a non-essential item. However, I would like some. So we're going to see how that plays out. I'm not going to order any. I'm not going to put anyone in danger for my hair product, but I'll probably be starting to be conservative with my hair product so it could last as long as it needs to. So I had a really interesting breakthrough yesterday. Breakthrough is kind of a big moment. I had an aha moment, right? Let's use the educational budget term. I had an aha moment. And my aha moment kind of stems back to some sense of normalcy. So I turned on ESPN yesterday for the first time in a few days. And I just hadn't, right? Because I had a conversation with my sports lit class that, under normal circumstances, you would use sports as an escape from levels of reality. But as everything hit, over the course of last week, sports got involved in it, right? There were COVID-19 cases in the NBA, and the NBA shut down, and then the dominoes fell, right? Baseball suspended their season. The NCAA tournament, which is supposed to start tomorrow, got canceled. NCAA sports for the semester got canceled. So sports was wrapped up in it. So there wasn't an escape from it. So I turn on ESPN yesterday, and the show Get Up is on. And Mike Greenberg is talking to some NFL analyst because Tom Brady had just left the Patriots. And I was like, wow, that is phenomenal. Not necessarily for the Patriots, but for sports fans, because it's a real conversation that you could have about sports that isn't surrounded by what we're dealing with. And the reality of what we're dealing with is real, but we have to have some sense of normal conversation. So I grabbed this nugget of information, find some articles online, find Tom Brady's tweets, and I sent them to my kids. I sent them to my sports lit class, and not for a grade, but just for a conversation. Because if we had a class yesterday, we would have spoke about that. That would have been some sort of bell ringer or something that we'd have connected to the conversation, because sports lit isn't just about fictional sports stories. It's about the stories that create while sports are going on, whether that's on the field or off the field. So I sent it out as a discussion to my kids, and I made a video for them. And I said, hey, you guys can comment on this if you'd like, or whatever. It was a surely optional thing. And I was surprised at the number of kids that responded. In some cases, kids that don't respond in class, which is actually a good thing, right? Because obviously they felt safe enough to put their voice out there. So I felt really good about that. There was interesting perspective on one sentence, because at the end of the day, we're in English class, right? So one sentence in Tom Brady's tweets was that his football journey would continue elsewhere. And we kind of dove into what that means, because that's not explicitly saying I'm going to play someplace else, right? I mean that's what we assume, but it could be going to the booth, ownership, management, coaching, something to that effect. So that was an interesting sort of hypothetical to bounce around with on the discussion board on Canvas, and I really enjoyed that. So I felt good about that, because I felt like that was a normal activity. Ooh, television just happened. That was a normal activity that we would have had in the classroom. So that made me feel good. I hope it made my students feel good. And that's where I'm at. Who would have known that Tom Brady would be sort of the first sense of educational normal that I had in this process? You guys have a great day. It's raining, so hopefully today I'll get the Legos done. And be safe. Bye.